Hi there and welcome back to Japan, where we're going to be checking out a little bit more of one of the smaller bands who we cover occasionally, who I've got to admit I've been really blown away by. Heard 2 songs by them so far. One of them was really good, the other one was absolutely excellent. It's a group called I Love Me, and the song we're checking out today is called Save Me, as far as I can tell. They both, their band name and their songs' names are written in the Japanese alphabet, but are basically English words, so they're phonetically the same, but you've written in Japanese, you don't realise that it's actually English. So I'm really looking forward to hearing this. Like I said, really enjoyed the first 2 songs I've heard. I believe this is the most recent single by them. So not much to say about this, except for the fact that what really strikes me about them is that although they appear to be a band with a really good lead singer, the members of the band seem to play on a range of instruments. You never quite know what sound you're going to get from them next. They don't just sort of veer towards the heavy or go too techno. They seem to always be interested in, sort of extracting the most interesting sounds from each song. So anyway, I won't talk too much until after we've heard this song. If you haven't already checked out my other reviews by them, please do. I'll try and actually make a playlist for them now, as this is the 3rd song I've heard by them. But let's check this song out first, and then after we've both heard it, we can come back and discuss it a bit more. Here we go then. This is I Love Me with Save Me.
何も頑張りたくない特に何を頑張ったわけじゃないけど
And they like those little punchy staccato sounds.
電車に乗る劣等感と隣り合わせ誰も私のことなんか見てないんだろう気づかないんだろう別に私じゃなくてもいいじゃないか私一人だけなのに別に言葉が欲しい
All the little sounds coming in all around the stereo pan, filling it up.
あっちへ行ってお願いだから Save me, save me 情けない日々に最終電車揺れて誰も知らない場所へ Save me, save me こんな
It's just like some sort of commentary on the idea of feeling like you live in the metro train.
気づきたくなんてなかった誰かのせいにして生きてたかった
Is anyone else seeing the 7-Eleven advert in there? Very simple song compared to the others, but flows nicely. That sort of ever-building chord pattern makes it feel like it's really always building up.
情けない日々だ別にそんな寂しいわけじゃない私はもう大人なんだから誰か私の嘘を見抜いてよこっちへ来てお願いだから Save me, save me 情けない日々に最終電車揺れて誰も知らない場所へ Save me, save me こんな私が一番嫌いだって気づきたくなんてなかった
Yeah, this song is more interested in sort of repeating the ground than any of their other songs I've heard by them, but it's doing it in an interesting way. It's peppering in all different sounds like this really weird guitar solo.
いつも選ばれない人生だもう全部やめちゃおうかな誰か私の声に気づいてよこっちへ来てお願いだから Save me, save me 情けない日々に最終電車揺れて誰も知らない場所
Be interested to know what you guys think in the comments. Is this one an earworm? Is it infectious? Or is it annoyingly repetitive? I'm going for Infectious. Nice. Bogus Records. Always think of Bill and Ted every time I see that. So yeah, that was, to me, I really enjoyed that. A lot to unpack on this one, in that I do think it does seem to interestingly counter the other songs they've done. It has the same heart and spirit of being experimental. If you don't know exactly what you're going to get when you press play, it has got interesting sounds in it. Nothing feels like it's just been sort of put into the default setting. Everything feels like it's been tailored to get the most interesting sound out of this song. But this one's gone for a very sort of straight shooting approach, in that you've got the drum beat. I know they were showing a drummer playing it, but this might as well have been programmed on a drum machine. Maybe it even was. It was very sort of simple, compressed sounding, very 1, 2, 3, 4 drum beat. Even the riff was has your little half notes in there, but it's very much staccato on the beat. This feels like one of those songs that's meant to be sort of, it feels like the idea is meant to be a little bit rigid, a little bit tense, the way that it's always just on the beat, very sharp, and it's always building up to a slightly higher chord every time. There's a feeling like it's got like a sort of a building energy, a building tension, and the fact that it doesn't sort of pay off by any change at the end, the fact that it's doing that sort of building chord pattern all the way to the end, makes me feel that that's kind of the purpose of the song. It's supposed to be a song that's supposed to be about tension. As always, as I keep on saying, when it comes to Japanese, I can pick up the lyrics if I hear them slowly or if I read them, but on the fly I can only get a few words, so I can't honestly claim to have been checking with enough detail to really know what the song was about lyrically. But I certainly get the feeling that the video is implying that it's about, I would guess that it's at least about sort of modern life and what it's like, the struggles of modern life. But it does give that impression of, when you feel like you live on public transport, and you see if you go on public transport here, especially in like cities and like Tokyo, which is what that looked like it was one of the Tokyo trains. You see people asleep all the time, like they almost live on the train. So I kind of get the vibe that's what they're going for with this video and this song. And so, yeah, that feeling of constant tension, it feels like that's kind of what the song's going for. But it does it in a way that it's not oppressive. It does it in a way that it feels kind of like it's got life. It's got a little bit of hope in it as well. So without knowing specifically what the song was about, other than what I can derive from the few lyrics I got and from the video, and from the title as well, Save Me, because like I say, it's written in Japanese, but it is actually an English title, Save Me. It's got that feeling like it is about sort of breaking free and ambition beyond, maybe the tension of your current station in life. You're getting very dramatic and very meaningful here now, aren't we? But I do feel that worked. It carried that mood very well. I feel kind of, after listening to that, I do feel kind of energized, but in a slightly tense way. So it carried a lot of feeling with it. Musically was not probably the most detailed or original, but it did have ideas coming in all the way through. I mean, virtually every few bars something new happened or something changed, which was always well in keeping and never too overly oppressing to the sound. The solo was perhaps the sound that was used for the guitar solo was perhaps a little bit much. That's the only one thing. I'd have probably think they could have gone for something a little bit more delicate there. I think the quite harsh digital sound maybe at that point didn't work so well, but the rest worked very well. It was a bit overbearing maybe, the solo. Nothing wrong with the solo as the way it was written, but maybe could have picked a slightly more airy sound, what they usually call like a synth pad sound, a sound that's a little bit more sparse sounding and bigger, but not not so obtrusive, but just a sort of bigger sound rather than a louder sound. So yeah, like I said, I liked a lot of things about that, and I think the sacrifice of going for something which was musically slightly less interesting, less changes to the writing, it stuck to that chord pattern with a few little skips and clever little things. It stuck to that chord pattern pretty much throughout, and a very simple backing, with just details being thrown in. I think that was all a deliberate sacrifice to more intensely focus on building the basis of the song around that emotion, that tension, that constant building. That the fact that nothing ever changes in the song is kind of, I think, designed to replicate the feeling of nothing ever changing, which the lyrics are trying to, I'm assuming, put across. Anyway, these are my thoughts on the song. As always, if you're a fan of the band, if you're not a fan of the band, if you know the song, if you don't know the song, if you're new to it, if you're not new to it, if you like it, or if you don't like it, get in there and tell us what you think. Always interested to hear the comments from you guys, and that's what this channel is all about. It's about discussions, and objective, subjective. I give my opinions as someone who's worked with music for my entire life, here in Japan, but everyone's opinions are valid. What you like is, let's face it, that's as important as anything. That's the most important thing. What you like is what you like. So tell me what you think. Let's share some opinions. And you can always get involved in our Reddit or our Discord, which are especially good if you want to pass on any suggestions for songs for me to listen to in the future, because those are the place I'll definitely get your link. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to pick them up on YouTube. I do try to read all the comments, but I can miss some, and I don't always have something to write down every single thing that comes along. So Reddit and Discord are the best place. And of course, remember, this channel is looking much better this year, thanks to all the wonderful things like the posters and the sort of nice lighting and the good cameras and sound has all been basically supported by the payments from Patreon. So if you really do want to support us, if you like what we do here, then please get into the description link and follow it to our Patreon, and anything you can give would be greatly appreciated. But for now, from Japan, thank you so much for tuning in. You have yourselves a wonderful day, and until I see you again, hopefully soon, for now, ciao ciao. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out more of our hundreds of videos we got online on this channel right now, or get involved in the discussion with us at the many social media links we've got in the description below, where you can suggest new videos and artists for us to check out on the channel. Or you can just do the usual YouTube stuff and comment, like, subscribe. You know how this works by now.